Is dairy bad for you? Well, let's start off with something very basic that you all should know. The milk that is on your supermarket shelves is not milk. It's basically dead white water with zero nutritional value in it whatsoever. And it's being rejected by the human body and people can't tolerate it anymore. But it has nothing to do with milk itself. It has everything to do with how it's processed. When we're talking about milk, not every milk is made equal. You have raw, pasteurized, homogenized, organic, grass-fed, and you have grain-fed. But let's get one thing clear. For tens of thousands of years, humans have been thriving from having milk. If you look at the work of Weston A. Price, you'll see that many of the primitive indigenous tribes on this planet not only subsisted on high amounts of dairy, but also thrived. So what's changed for us in our modern day world? The milk that our ancestors had is not the milk that we're drinking today. We have Louis Pasteur to blame for that. Louis Pasteur invented pasteurization in the late 1800s. It was a way to make milk drinkable. Why was milk not drinkable, you ask? Prior to that time, our milk was coming straight from the cow to our glass jars. But with the industrialization and urbanizing of cities, the demand for milk in cities rose, meaning dairy farms moved into the cities, and they were often placed next to whiskey distilleries so that the cows could be fed a lovely diet of distillery slop, all the crappy shit that was left over from making whiskey. Yes, that is true, and also completely disgusting. These poor cows were often confined to very small spaces, in the dark, in concrete, standing in their own feces, and eating a diet that was completely unnatural to them. And of course, disease was rampant. There were outbreaks of tuberculosis, typhoid was on the rise, and infant death rates from contaminated milk accounted for half of infant deaths within New York in 1839. What? Pasteurization is basically heating up the milk to ungodly temperatures where everything is killed off. So soon enough, pasteurization became a law, and no milk was allowed to be sold unless it had first been pasteurized. Instead of these farmers looking to practice more hygienically, a bit more ethically, and a bit more safely, they just decided to use pasteurization to keep everything sweet. Pasteurization was the lazier, easier, cheaper option. In fact, in order to have some sort of nutritional benefit, manufacturers put synthetic vitamins back in. Great! But here's the problem. Pasteurization doesn't just kill the pathogens, it kills everything. It kills the good bacteria in the milk, it kills the beneficial enzymes, any immune factors, there's no vitamins anymore, and it denatures the milk proteins. The biggest issue for our human bodies is that we can't digest these denatured proteins, or the casein in the milk. And not only that, the heating process has completely destroyed any enzymes that would be there to help us digest the milk in the first place. Oh, and the lactose, of course, because everyone's lactose intolerant these days, aren't they? Or so they think. It's more a case of you being a human and not being able to digest a highly processed food. That's it. And homogenization isn't in the clear either. Just another way of processing your already dead milk. This process also completely oxidizes all of the healthy fats in the milk, again making it really unstable within the body. Oh, and don't be fooled by organic. Just because it says organic doesn't mean it hasn't been pasteurized. Often, organic milk is ultra pasteurized, heated to even more insane temperatures, rendering your dead milk even deader. Great. So what milk should we be drinking? The one that's actually loaded with nutrient-dense vitamins and minerals and everything that your body needs in order to sustain a thriving, healthy life. What could that possibly be? Ooh, raw milk. Straight out of the cow's teat. That is a live whole food, and it's extremely nutritious. Here's a little tidbit for you. Often people who are lactose intolerant or just intolerant to dairy full stop can drink raw milk with no issues. Raw milk has got all of the essential fat-soluble vitamins and minerals like vitamin A, vitamin D, K, and B that are essential for a healthy immune system, which also help you absorb lots of other vitamins and minerals such as calcium and magnesium. It's also full of gut healing beneficial bacteria. It has antimicrobial properties and all of those beautiful enzymes that actually help you digest the milk. Yes. But it's actually illegal for farmers to sell raw milk for human consumption. Go figure. So here's my advice to you. Do your own research before you read stupid blogs on Pop Sugar and Mamma Mia. This is why I tell you to support local organic farmers. Because if you think that your milk alternatives like your almond milk and your soy milk and your oat milk and your whatever else nut milk is good for you, full of vegetable oils, additives, and just another processed form of crap that your body cannot digest. It's pretty simple, people. Support your local farmers and eat real food. Peace.